What's up, guys? Swift here covering everything Chicago Bears. Today, I want to talk about why I believe taking a quarterback #1 overall is by far the biggest risk in the entire NFL. So many people continue telling me that if I want the Bears to win a Super Bowl, I should root for them to take a QB at #1 overall. But I just don't see it. Why do people think that taking a quarterback #1 magically fixes everything? Rookie quarterbacks rarely win in the NFL, and no quarterback drafted #1 overall has led the team that drafted him to a Super Bowl since Peyton Manning. He was drafted in 1998. That was over 25 years ago. On top of that, we have a defense that is ready to win right now. We have an offensive line that is developing and becoming a really good unit, but we need more talent overall on that O-line. We also only have one legit weapon at wide receiver. I think we need to add weapons for Justin Fields because this team is ready to compete in 2024. Why trade for Montez Sweat and give him all that money if you're just going to start over? The Bears spent most of this season learning how to win, but the coaches kept finding ways to lose games. But this roster is still playing together for the first time, and it definitely took longer than most of us wanted for the team to start producing some results. Most people talking about resetting the rookie window don't even understand what they are really saying. The Bears have had quarterbacks on a rookie contract for 7 straight years now. In 2017, it was Mitch Trubisky. 2018, 19, and 20 were all still Mitch on his rookie deal. And then in 2021, we drafted another rookie, Justin Fields. The last 3 years, 2021, 2022, and 23, we also had a quarterback on a rookie contract. And that rookie contract continues through next season. How is having QBs on a rookie deal done for us recently? Not well at all. Now let's look around the NFL. Who are the top teams right now? The Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the 49ers. I'll even throw the Lions in there. How many of those teams have a quarterback on a rookie contract? Only the 49ers. On top of that, how many of those teams even took a quarterback #1 overall or even top 3? Not a single one of them. That's right, not a single one of the NFL's best teams took a quarterback top 3 in the NFL draft. Most of these teams went ahead and built their roster out and then found a quarterback somewhere in the draft. The Chiefs got Mahomes #10 after Mitch Trubisky went #2 overall. The Bills got Josh Allen #5 after Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold both went ahead of him. The Ravens got Lamar Jackson in that same draft, but much later. Teams took Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and Josh Rosen ahead of him. Dak Prescott was a 3rd-round pick. Jalen Hurts was a 2nd-round pick. On top of that, all of those quarterbacks are also on their 2nd contract. None of them are on their rookie deals, except Brock Purdy. He is the only QB in the NFL with Super Bowl aspirations that is still on his rookie deal. And that entire team is just stacked. Brock Purdy is not the sole reason they're winning. That's just a fact. And then Jared Goff is the only guy on the entire list who was a #1 overall pick. And to me, he's the worst QB on the list. He's not on his rookie contract, and he's not even still with the team that drafted him. Also, in his last 2 games against the Bears, he has 6 turnovers. So I just don't understand the obsession with taking a QB #1 overall or having a QB on his rookie contract, especially when we already have a QB on his rookie contract. Most of the people making those arguments just don't have any context to back up their arguments. The simple fact is that drafting a quarterback #1 overall is the absolute riskiest thing you can do in the NFL. That doesn't mean it can't work out, but most of the time it doesn't. Let's dig even further. Let's look back at the #1 picks at quarterback the last 15 years. 8 of 11 are no longer with the team that drafted them. 8 out of 11. Matt Stafford is the only guy on the entire list that's ever won a Super Bowl, and it wasn't with the team that drafted him. Only Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, and Trevor Lawrence are even still on the teams that drafted him. Of those 3 teams, none of them are serious Super Bowl contenders this year. So I still don't get why people think we have to take a QB #1 overall. It's not that it can't work out. It's just that people are saying it's the safest decision and the smart decision when it's literally the riskiest thing you can do in the NFL. The success rate is simply not there. Even with the generational guys like Andrew Luck, also never won a Super Bowl. That's all I want in Chicago, is to win a Super Bowl. And to me, the best way to get there is to continue building the entire roster, improve the trenches, find a center, add more receivers, add another pass rusher, find a long-term replacement for Eddie Jackson, sign Jalen Johnson long-term. It doesn't mean I'm against drafting a quarterback. I want what's best for the Chicago Bears. And to me, heading into 2024 with potentially 2 top 5 picks, we already have 2 quarterbacks on their rookie contracts already, Justin Fields and Tyson Bagent. I think you trade down and stockpile extra assets going forward, and you continue building this roster. And then if you want to draft a QB in 2024, do it. I just don't think you have to waste a top 3 pick on the position. To me, even if you want a quarterback, you can trade down and still get one. To me, I just don't think taking a quarterback number 1 overall is the safe choice. Maybe Caleb Williams is the next Patrick Mahomes, but it's much, much more likely that he's the next Baker Mayfield or Jameis Winston than the next Mahomes. Remember that before you talk to people about why we have to take a QB in April. The NFL is a copycat league, and yes, quarterbacks usually go number 1 overall in the draft. But most of the time they don't work out, and even when they do, it hasn't resulted in a Super Bowl this century. The blueprint to win in the NFL is to build through the trenches. Every playoff team this year has talent on the defensive and offensive lines. The success rate of number 1 picks at quarterback is less than 35%. The success rate of quarterbacks taken outside the top 10 is over 40%. You actually have higher odds of hitting on a quarterback outside of the first few picks in an NFL draft. This is what I want people to understand. I think Caleb Williams can be really good, but I recognize that all quarterbacks taken number 1 overall are far from a sure thing, and there isn't a single QB in next year's class that is. The best way to build a perennial contender is by drafting the best players available, building the entire roster, and having a team that can help out a young quarterback. That is how you win in the NFL. I believe we have much bigger needs at wide receiver and along the offensive line just to start. Quarterbacks touch the ball more than any other player on the roster. However, it's not the only position that matters. Football is a team sport, and it takes 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense, as well as backups, special teamers, and good coaching to win in the National Football League. The lazy take is to always blame the quarterback when a team fails. Sometimes you have to look deeper and dig through all the narratives to find the real reason why a team isn't winning football games. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I love to hear your comments. Please remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.